Hey guys, so I just got done watching the new Valley Girl remake. Um, I would put this under a category of a new set of reviews that's going to be ongoing for the next few months. What I like to call a set of reviews I like to call, well, this is a thing that exists. Because, show of hands, I ask, seriously, this is a serious question. Somebody in the comments can tell me. How many people, other than the people that are now clicking on this video and finding out for the first time there's a Valley Girl remake, are only a few months, or about a few weeks, or a month or so ago, just found out that there's a Valley Girl remake? I was one of those people. It pretty much happened because one of my drive-ins opened back up just recently, about a month ago, and one of the movies, they have free screens, and on like the third screen they're playing I Still Believe and Valley Girl, to which my reply was, Valley Girl? The hell? That's a random movie to play. Like, they play retro movies all the time, but yeah, it's like, that's a really random movie to play. But okay. And then I look it up and I'm like, no, it's a remake. And I'm like, what? And it's also a musical. I was like, wait, what? And it's also a movie that was like made like in 2016 or 2017, and it's been delayed like multiple times. One reason because Logan Paul was a douchebag, and I'm like, back up, what the fuck? I'm like, that's like all this information came in at me at like all at the same time. I'm like, Logan Paul's in this movie? That douchebag from YouTube? That's like never did anything in his fucking life, but is making millions of dollars. But okay, that's just how YouTubers are nowadays. But I'm like, what the hell? Is like, that's fucking random. And it's also starring Jessica Rothe. I'm like, why'd you start out with that? Like, it's like, why is that like hidden behind everything else? Because I love Jessica Rothe, and I'm like, that's one positive thing I can see coming out of this movie. But I'm like, what the hell? There's a Valley Girl remake? And I had to instantly click or look it up, like the trailer. I'm like, this sounds like usually when movies are delayed like this long, that's usually not a good thing. I'm like, so I'm like looking at it, like, it don't look bad. Like, the trailers don't look bad. I'm being honest, it doesn't look that bad. I never was into Valley Girl. I don't even think I've ever seen the original the whole way through. Ever, probably. I've seen bits and pieces of it. I know of the movie. I know what it's about. But yeah, it's like, whatever. I had a choice to go to the drive-in, and I almost did go to the drive-in and maybe go check it out. But then I saw it was on video on demand. I was like, fuck, I'm just going to watch it at home. And before I get into my review, I also want to complain about something. And it's about YouTube. And it's nothing to do with this movie, actually. It's not even really this movie's fault. So when I got this movie on demand, I rented it on demand on YouTube. YouTube has like an on-demand service where you can rent movies and watch them and all stuff like that. I watched Bloodshot. I watched I Still Believe. And for some fucking reason, even though I already paid for this fucking movie, and they forgot to mention this when I went to pay or went to rent this movie, that for some fucking reason the movie will not play on YouTube. Not at all. Like, not at all. Even though it's available on YouTube, it will not play on YouTube. I tried to play it on my PS4. It wouldn't work. I tried to play it on my computer. It wouldn't work. Tried to play it on my phone. It wouldn't work. I'm like, what the fuck? So I have to like literally look on the comments on YouTube where people are bitching about, like, wait a minute, I want my fucking money back. This fucking thing ain't working on YouTube. So I'm like, so apparently I'm not the only one. So find out, somebody in the comments, thank God, posted, what you have to do is download the Google Play app for movies and TV, and then find a movie on there, and or you have to log in, of course, first, and then find a movie on there, and then you can play it. I'm like, what the fuck? Alright, whatever. So then I look it up on my PS4, and of course, that's where I watch all of my movies via my PS4. It's not, of course, the Google Play app is not on my fucking PS4. So then I have to go on to I have a Samsung Smart TV, and I find that I have the app. Cool, whatever. Because I didn't want to watch it on my phone. I really did not. I do not want to watch movies on my phone. That's not what the phone was made for. So, yeah. So then I watched. I go to watch it on my Samsung TV, and randomly at random fucking points, whenever I wanted to, like, maybe pause the movie or go get something to eat or something like that, or go to the bathroom, and I would come back and try to play the movie would just start fucking buffering. Like, the Samsung smart TVs are the worst as far as, like, having apps and trying to play apps on it. It's, like, fucking terrible. I'm like, God damn it. And, like, it was, like, really, there was a point where I just said, fuck it, I'm not even gonna watch this movie now. I was really so fucking pissed. Like, I was like, if I just had to count my losses on this one, I'm not renting this movie again. It's fucking, and also at the same time, like, this is a fucking all for the Valley Girl remake? Really? Am I have to go through all this shit? But apparently I had to. Why did it have to be so fucking complicated? It's all for a movie that, as far as the movie goes, it's fine. It's fine. Like, I'm sitting there by the end of this movie, like, there's a lot of stuff I like about it, but also at the same time, I'm sitting there like, can I get, like, at least one movie that isn't just mediocre at best? Like, and all the movies I've seen up since I've been, sitting at home doing these reviews and not at the movie theater, I've been just mediocre. And it's like, God damn it, can we get one goddamn good movie? Like I said, out of the movies I've seen, this is one of the better ones. I'll be honest. This is one of the better. There's points in this movie I was worried, like, I was sitting there like, oh god, this is gonna be a long sit. But I did enjoy it. It's fine. The acting in this movie is pretty fucking good. There are a lot of good actors in this movie. For a movie that I did not know existed, this movie has a lot of great actors. Jessica Rothe, god damn it, I pretty much have almost a goddamn crush on her at this point. I love Jessica Rothe. She's a fucking fantastic actress. She's really good, man, and she's really good in this. Like, given to somebody completely different, I don't know if they would make this material work, but she's really goddamn good in this movie, man. Like, she gives it her all. Like when I watched, like, Happy Death Day and the sequel to Happy Death Day, I was impressed by her in that, because, like, she's in this ridiculous kind of goofy movie, but she is pouring her heart out into this fucking role. I'm like, god damn, I was just blown away by her as an actress, like, how funny and how charming and how cute and she was, and how she actually, when she needed to, like, show her dramatic prowess, she was really fucking good at it. And even in Happy Death Day to You, she's really Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You, I thought she was really fucking good in this movie. She is, like, the most likable character easily in this movie. I liked her a lot in this movie. I knew she would probably be the best part of this movie, and guess what? She was the best fucking part of this movie. And, like, if it wasn't, if I was following some of the other characters in this movie, maybe I wouldn't like this movie as much. Because for the most part, like, she's, like, the normal character while everybody else is kind of douchebags. Where, like, you got her friends who are just, like, the kind of mean girls, the plastics from Mean Girls, basically, who are just kind of like the uppity, popular girls in school that just, they see in these kinds of movies all the damn time. You got Chloe Bennett is one of her friends. That was the one I recognized instantly. Chloe Bennett, who was she's on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I know she's been in a lot of her shit, but like, I see her and she's always pretty good. And she's the bitchy friend. And she's pretty much perfect at playing that role. I'll give Aaron Paul credit, man. I'll actually even give Aaron Paul credit. He played a douchebag really fucking well. He's in this movie pretty much a lot, and a good chunk of it. and because he's Jessica Ross' boyfriend at the beginning of the movie, who she breaks up with, and then he goes with Chloe Bennett at one point, and while she's with this punk rocker, he was actually kind of fun playing a douchebag. I'm like, what a fucking shock! I don't think this is really acting. He had some of the biggest laughs out of me came from him. I'm not gonna lie. There's this scene. There's some line deliveries. There's some moments that are pretty funny, like when he asked Jessica Roth to prom, and he takes her to the men's locker room to do it, and he has his friends all his jock friends pulled her, or bend over and pulled her pants down so her ass is hanging out, with the words like prom written on each one of them, PROM, like question mark, and she, why that's kind of funny, because the next scene they show Jessica Roth just totally disturbed and going up to her friends and going, they're like, what happened? And they're like, I just got asked to prom by 5 assholes. That was funny. I was like, that's probably the best line in the whole movie. Or like when he has a serious moment with Jessica Roth towards the end of the movie where, he's like maybe showing his character redemption, and then after this really serious speech serious moment, he has Jessica Roth's like, have you finished your thoughts? Can I have your thoughts? Seriously, can I have your thoughts? I don't know why it made me laugh, but it kind of fucking made me laugh. Just the delivery. Like I said, he played douchebag very well, and I don't think it was very much acting. The guy was fine. Yeah, the punk rocker guy was fine. He's not. And I thought him and Jessica Roth had decent chemistry, but compared to Jessica Roth, he's not as good. I didn't think he was as good as Jessica Roth was in this movie, particularly in one part, which I'll get into negatives. Well, I'll talk about more when I get into the negatives. But yeah, also didn't know if you haven't seen the trailers, Alicia Silverstone's in this movie. That when I saw that in the trailers, I was like, all right, that's kind of funny, because Clueless was the 90s version of Valley Girl, pretty much. That's exactly what that movie was. It was not a 90s version of Valley Girl, so it's only appropriate Alicia Silverstone's in this movie, where she's playing an older version of Jessica Roth, Jessica Roth's character. Like she's narrating what transpired in the 80s. She picks up her daughter from a nightclub, after her daughter's been broken up by her boyfriend, and so she decides to tell her the story when she met this punk rocker, all that stuff like that. And it's like, it's nice to see Alicia Silverstone in something again. She looks about the same, a little bit older, obviously, but yeah, it's awesome to see her in something again. I know she was in that movie The Lodge, which I have not yet around to watching. I know I've pretty much been told what happens in that movie, so I don't know if I want to watch it, because it's like, what's the point now? But yeah, it's kind of cool to see her again, and it was fun, even though it was didn't really need the whole narration storyline in this movie. Really went nowhere at the end, but it's fine. It was fine for what it was. It's just nice to see Alicia Silverstone again, and Jessica Roth's parents are played by Ike Barinholtz, and who's rocking a pretty fucking awesome mustache, and Judy Greer, who are obviously the wacky parents that you see in all these kinds of movies. They're trying, because it's like the 80s, so they have to try to remind you all the time. Ike Barinholtz is holding a big giant video camera, and he's telling Judy Greer, we can start making our own home videos. Wink, wink. I'm like, she's whatever. But yeah, it was nice to seeing that. I love both Ike Barinholtz and Judy Greer, especially Judy Greer. I love her to death. Yeah, like I said, the cast of this movie carried it a lot. If I could say anything, like I said, it's a decent little story. You know where it's going, and it's not really nothing surprising. But the thing that I felt really hindered this movie a lot is that it's a fucking musical. somewhat a musical. Because when you do musicals, because like this was being advertised like as a jukebox musical, and it's all it's them all the characters are singing in quotation marks, the like classic pop '80s songs, 80s pop songs, and it's like like at first I'm like, oh, that's what this whole movie's gonna be about, but it's also just the story of Valley Girl, but it's a musical. That isn't entirely true because really there's long periods of time where like the middle half of this movie where there's no singing whatsoever. Like you almost forget it's a fucking musical, and I'm like, what the hell? So what was the point of making this a fucking musical then? Like there's no point. Like there is no point. And then the singing isn't very good in this movie. Oh my god, is it not very good? Good God, the auto-tuning done in this movie is really bad. Like, it's really fucking apparent. There's so much auto-tuning, it's not even funny. I hate auto-tuning. It's just the laziest form of, like, singing I could ever think of. Like, when you got a bunch of people that obviously can't sing, so you have to have a computer do all the work for them. And, god damn it, man, it is really bad, the auto-tuning in this movie. And it just took me out of the movie multiple times. Like, and it would cause, like, them to butcher some really iconic songs I love. Like, what the fuck? Oh, Take On Me. They butchered that song. And then, towards the end, I almost had a fucking stroke. Almost had a stroke. When they're like starting like you can tell the song's about to start and like all you hear is dun 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 dun. I'm like, no you're not. For the love of fucking God, no you're not. Now I hear dun 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 dun. Like, no. And they fucking butcher horribly. Under Pressure, like one of my favorite songs of all time. I'm like, fuck you. It's like I almost said the negative stars of this movie for that. Like, god damn it, what's the point of doing this? Like, there's no point in this being a musical. It would have been fine without this musical elements in it. And like there's some just like moments where they just force in like musical numbers in there. Like at one point there's a scene transition where a scene ends where a character goes, oh hey Mickey. And I'm like, oh no, they're not. And of course, hey Mickey, you're so fun. I'm like, oh fuck you. Like, God. Like, that was just so random, and like it felt so random, and then yeah, fuck this movie. Like, fuck the musical parts of this movie, man. I hated the musical. It was what killed this movie. Like, where I can't give this movie really high praise. Like, did not need to be in there. Yeah, but it is fine for what it is. Like I said, it is fine for what it is. There's a pretty funny cameo of the original Valley Girl in this movie. I wasn't sure if that was her, but I was like, because it felt like the movie. But once like the movie felt like it stopped when this character popped up, I was like, that is the original girl, isn't it? Because it's like a very short scene, and like with her and Jessica Roth, or she would just say, "Your dress is bitchin', man." Like that was pretty funny. No Nick Cage cameo, which, damn it, it's like really couldn't get Nick Cage. He like will do anything. So how hard would it have been to get a Nick Cage cameo? I don't know, but yeah, it's fine. Like I said, there's not much great movies to choose from that are on demand. It looks like so far. So yeah, whatever. It's fine. If you want to watch it, you're curious. It's a decent rental. I got up next. The new Emma movie, the new adaptation of Jane Austen novel. I think this is what I'm going to try to do next, eventually here. I don't know when that'll be, so don't even count on like when I'm going to be doing it. But until then, I'll talk to you guys later.